From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, that was a horrible kick.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38!
He'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
I'm probably going to call a timeout.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They're going to look to throw.
Good-ass corner route.
Man in stride, complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after
I gotta
that?
stop hitting that button so damn fast.
There for a good pickup. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Yeah, we man to man. We man to man.
They run a draw here on.
Oh, I got picked up.
And down inside
oh, I got picked up.
He goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Nice ass play. Nice ass play.
Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go option to the short side. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Robinson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Waters. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Ohio! Ohio!
And they'll run it here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I can't run my traditional low because they get too many good angles.
I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
I'm looking for
Ohio! Ohio!
Now the former fourth-round pick. It's
That's what we wanted.
5
Just to
yards
run into
on
the trash.
Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
That's all we
Sets
wanted.
up a very
Just to run into the
manageable second
trash.
down. A very solid gain on that play.
Three down. Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
They run it with Balaj. And
Good run.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
the hell.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Fuck, I keep doing that.
Nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio!
And they'll go on the ground. And he only
I don't understand how he juked that fast.
about the 38-yard line.
I don't understand how he was able to juke that fast. I really don't. You hadn't even got control of the play yet, and he already was juking.
They're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway.
What was I in?
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get to the 30.
They blocking their ass off.
First down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, they blocking their ass off.
I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I wonder how long before I got a solid hit.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. To throw here. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bills on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And they'll run it here. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Returnable here for Davis. Oh, twisting away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Butker now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returnable here for Davis. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not getting the play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw now on first down.
Yeah.
Flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 at the 19. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
I saw what he was trying to do.
Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face. It just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Cut!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Buffalo after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Waters. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll drop the throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the game. What are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Balaj. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a handoff looking right. Room to run past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Powering his way forward.
Face mask, got to be.
That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Ohio! Ohio!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5.
Of course they get him a touchdown.
The end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Oh, okay.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point splits the uprights. And we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Returnable here for Davis. Look at the spin. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside. Five-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They run again with Walker. Room here to run. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Ooh, excuse me.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because
pressure up the middle, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run it here. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run here with Balaj. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Bills on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find
and I knew the injury was coming. Running him too much.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up.
I knew it was coming.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, good possession catch.
Wide open, complete.
Yep.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up
exactly what I was expecting.
Came together there. In-breaking route. Drew it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He changed the play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game.
I had to take a week off from him this week because nothing I can do. Playing a good opponent.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be.
He stacked me. I couldn't get around him.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to go.
Yeah, he stacked me. I couldn't get around him.
Pass here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, spinning away. And able to break.
That boy tried to big hit me.
Quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Uncorks one for Davis.
That's my fault. I threw it too far.
3rd down unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball.
And now look at him go. And all the way home.
I'm glad Tackle Battle was gone for next Madden. There's a lot of stuff they got rid of.
Third touchdown now on the
That damn Tackle Battle, man.
The Bills have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there.
I should have got down.
Around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's caught inside the 20.
Yep.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory.
Yep.
It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards.
I guess he had a contain or something, but once I stepped up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. This will be caught.
This dude here is trying to make us turn the ball over.
Will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down.
I got it though.
As this game continues,
that mobility
is
a drive killer.
Coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play.
I got him.
And that'll make it
because he's going to zone out down here. He's going to zone out down here. And that's exactly what I want.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick.
I feel like he baited me.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's
honestly what I feel.
Skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
I do. I feel like he baited me.
Let's go. What? 90.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lions. The 40. He's at the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Let's go. What?
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Balaj. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What?
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.